Welcome to DSGN View. Here we examine the obstacles combating our nation and we consciously think out of the box to offer alternative solutions and recommend long-term goals to solve them. My name remains Oluwafumito Adeleye and I am with Diaspora Solution Group Nigeria, a non-profit organization with headquarters in Los Angeles, California and Seattle, Washington, as well as our representatives here in Nigeria. As usual, I have with me Ajira Malifa.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I also have Linda Bayero joining us on the show today.
Thank you, Mrs. Fentel.
So viewers will be looking at a very significant topic, which is security in Nigeria. Join us after this short break. Welcome back. It's still DSGN View and we'll be talking on security in Nigeria, and as we know that Nigeria has faced significant security challenges which has been characterized by insurgency, terrorism, kidnapping, banditry, communal conflict and cyber threats. The terrorism caused by Boko Haram and its offshoots in Nigeria remains a major concern alongside rising violence in major parts of Nigeria. To do justice to this topic, I have a very prominent personality in the studio with us in person of DSP Abiodun Ojelade. He is the PPRO of Osun Police Command and he holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Mathematics from the Nigeria Police Academy. He was appointed into the Nigeria Police Force in 2018 as a Cadet Assistant Superintendent of Police ASP and was a member of the regular course 1 at the Police Academy. Mr. DSP Ojelabi has been posted to Osun State and served as a unit commander at 54 PMF Onitsha and at 4 PMF in Ibadan and various divisions in Enugu State. His appointment aims to enhance the communication and public relations strategies of the command. Thank you for joining us, DSP Abiodun.
Thank you very much.
You are most welcome. And we'll be discussing security in Nigeria, but I want to ask you first that what are the major gaps in Nigeria's current security in terms of being effective in the way security is being handled, generally?
When you talk of gap, it has to be in between two
Thanks.
things.
Yes.
So you are not placing the things.
Okay, maybe let me just quickly support that. What she's trying to say is this. Let's talk about the security agencies. What are the good relationships you have with them so as to combat insecurity in the country?
Well, to the best of my knowledge, so far so good have been a very solid collaboration between the security agencies in Nigeria, not minding where you belong, either to the armed forces or to the paramilitary or to the police. As you might have been seeing, which has been going around social media, the IG, Inspector General of Police, IGP, the NPM, PAG, and the Chief of Army Staff and other service chiefs have been holding series of meetings.
Yes.
You understand? So that is to show you that there is collaboration, and so far so good. Also, there have been a very good information sharing between the security agencies, which has been yielding results.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. I want to ask you, we face insecurity in different states in Nigeria. Nigeria particularly is faced with insecurity challenges. So, and recently the president was talking about introducing state policing, state police. Do you think that can help to, as in reduce insecurity in the country?
The rate at which insecurity has eaten deep into Nigeria.
Well, it is something that has to do with constitution. State police has to do with constitution. We have to go back to our constitution. what is the Constitution saying about the police. Then we have to consider the negative side and the positive side.
Okay.
In as much as it might be good, we should also consider the negative side. You understand? So state police, I'm not going to say that it is an absolute solution. Are you getting me? Though it might solve some problems in the security sector, but it is left for the lawmakers, the legislative and the relevant arms of government to know what to do about that.
Okay, DSP Abiodun Ojelabi, let's speak it from this angle. How have been the citizens been, how have they been helpful to you to, to combat, let's say, robbery, most especially a case study of Osun State?
Police cannot fight crime without the support of the community.
Okay.
That is, there is a particular group called the PCRC, Police Community Relations Committee. You understand? So, and when you talk of relevant stakeholders in security, we cannot draw out the community. So the community has a vital role. We cannot do without them. The police cannot be everywhere at the same time.
Yes.
But the community, they know themselves better and they know where the problem is coming from.
Yes.
So we will employ them to say something whenever they see something.
Something like PCR's slogan that says, when you see something, say something.
So now we have gone beyond when you see something, you say something. We are now in the level of when you see something, say something and also do something.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think it seems a bit fun to have learned. When you say something, do something.
Yes, you don't
And
just say.
again, I want to ask, with the recent technology we have, do you think introduction of AI and satellite surveillance can help to enhance in security?
Yes, the level at which we can have more security.
As the world is advancing, crime is advancing likewise.
Yes.
So we need to employ the technology. One thing about technology, it has both the good and the bad side.
Yes.
But we, the security operative, we are out to make sure that when we talk of technology, we have the drones and so many other things that we can use. Yes. We have the body cam and so many other things.
Yes.
So we are fully making use of them. If maybe you are aware of the program we had of recent SPS, School Protection Force,
yes,
we say we came with drones to display that this is what we are using.
Seems CP Ogunlowo was.
Yes, CP Shogunle. Yes. And also the Commissioner of Police, Osun State Command, CP Brian Goltan, has put in place so many technology that we've been using. We are able to track down a case of, I'm talking about in Osun now. What happened in Osun? Osun State Command was able to track down a crime that happened in Ondo State due to technology and other things put in place. So that is how far we've.
That's beautiful. Now I want to, talking on technology, I want to ask that what impact has international collaboration improving security in Nigeria? Has there been any way we've received international support or help in terms of combating insecurity in Nigeria?
Yes. Of recent, if you could remember, I think there's a case of trafficking. Of recent, there have been serious cases of trafficking, if you could remember.
But I think the Interpol section were doing a lot of.
You've said it already.
Yes.
That is the support we receive. That is the support we receive. Some criminals, when they commit in Nigeria, they tend to run outside. So now, due to this collaboration, there's no way you can run to. Wherever you are,
you'll be tracked down.
You'll
be tracked down.
And talking about that, I want to ask, we have local vigilantes. Are they in any way helping? Are they helping in tackling insecurity, or they are hindering the efforts of the police forces?
So far, so good. We call them quasi-security agents. They have been of help so far. In the west, we talk of the Amotekun.
Yes.
In the north, in the east, rather, the Bubiago. Then in the north, they have their own also. They have been of great help. Let me narrow it down to where we are. The Amotekun, for instance.
For the southwest.
For the southwest, yes. They have been so helpful to the point that people get close to them As if people reach them easier
and faster.
Because they are part of the community.
Okay.
And we have the forest guards.
Okay.
They are in the forest.
Okay.
So
they go in and out of the forest.
In and out of the forest. There are some of our businesses that thrive in the forest, like those that go to get timbers and the rest.
Those are mine.
Yes, those are mine. So now we have the forest guards, we have the VGN, Vigilante Group. All of them have been so helpful. And so far so good. There has been a sweet relationship between the police and the crisis.
The Amotekun, they have their own logo and their uniforms.
Yes.
These forest guards, do they have any identification?
Yes, they do. All security outfits, VGN, Amotekun, forest guards, name them, they have their own mode of identification. Yes, and they are all working together with the police.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, thank you, DSP Abiodun Ojelabi. Let's quickly go to this section that has to do with the cultism in Nigeria, because if I'm not mistaken, this anniversary, most of them do, I think some of them do 7/7 or 10. So I remember there was a lot of broadcast that says, anybody caught 7/7, just say what's in law, as you want to say it. So let's talk about them. How have they been? How have the police section be able to caught them? So as it's not what we even hear in Nigeria again.
I will always refer to Osun State because I know
that's
as the PPR of Osun State.
That's your jurisdiction.
So the issue of 7/7, we heard about it, and if you check, there is no record of anything that happened because we are proactive. We heard about it and we are proactive. That day, I'm sure the patrolmen, intelligence report and intelligence gathering were on our toes that day, and there was no such report coming from any angle in the whole of Osun State and I think Nigeria at large.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, has there been any challenge in monitoring Nigeria's land borders? When we talk of the border between Nigeria and let's use the ones nearby, like Cameroon, like Cotonou, has there been any challenges in monitoring crime being done here? And before you know it, you are hearing that the criminal is in the next town.
Well, when it pertains to border, Nigerian border in particular, that question is left for the first PRO to answer. But when you talk of border between maybe other southwestern states, I think I can talk about that. Right. So far so good. The issue of border between most of the western states, like for instance Osun and Ibadan, and Osun, Ondo, Osun, Ekiti, Osun, Ilorin, so far so good. We are not having any issue there. We are not having any issue, and both the government and the security agencies of all these states I mentioned have been on their toes to make sure that there won't be any problem.
Any issue. All right. Thank you, DSP Abiodun, for joining us on the show today. Okay, viewers, we'll be right back immediately after this short break. Welcome back. It's still DSGN View, and we still have our guest in the house, DSP Abiodun Ojelabi. Sir, I'd like to know if there has been any challenges you've had in the course of your administration as the DSP in Osun State.
Okay, if I may understand, as the PPRO
in Osun State.
Yeah. Yes, every duty comes with its own challenges, understand? Sometimes people call you at midnight and they expect you to respond. And sometimes, even when people know they are wrong, they will still call you and they want you to intervene. You understand? So these are some of the challenges. And when you don't please them,
they'll say, quickly, let me pick up this one, just because what you just said. let's take for instance, because I remember most of we citizens are fond of doing that. Any checking point we see, police officer like, I want to do this, they want to do this, they want to do all this stuff. Can you please say as a word of advice for people who are opportune to view us personally, let us advise them. So, because I remember there was a case in Ogun State. It was during the checking point, the police officer discovered 2 guns with those passengers. Unknown to them, they are 1 chains.
Okay, can I reply?
Yeah, you're free to.
You see, they said if you don't have skeleton in your cupboard, you have nothing
There's nothing you have to
fear.
hide from.
You understand? So no matter where you are going, if you see police checkpoint or military checkpoint, you don't have to be scared. If you know your hands are clean.
Yes.
You understand? It is when you know you have skeleton in your cupboard when you begin to hide.
Yeah.
Then secondly, we should not see police on the road as problem. If you know, I have interviewed somebody and the person said, hey, they are delaying me. If you know you are going for a meeting by 7 o'clock, try and go early.
Yeah.
Because through that stop and search, a lot of achievement has been made. You understand? Like the one that happened, like the example you gave, and the one that happened of recent. Somebody stole a car with some items from Lagos, and he was intercepted in Oshun here. How? Because we have our men on the road doing the needful. You understand? We can't take away the stop and search. It has been helping us. And if you interview most of the drivers, some of them cannot even drive at night without seeing police on the road. You can imagine driving a few kilometers at night. If you didn't see police, what would you do?
I'll be scared.
You'll be
If
afraid.
I don't see them, I'll be scared.
We are not there to scare people. We are there to protect. You understand? If you know you don't have any security, then there is nothing
to be afraid of.
Yeah.
Okay. DSP sir, let me quickly ask you this before we wrap up.
Okay.
You know, you mentioned earlier that when you see something, you say something. And you
And
do
you
something. Okay. So now, in the case where I see something and I want to report it to police, and I'm being scared, how can you encourage people to be able to come out in order to report to police so that, as in, is there any way the police can protect such individuals?
Well, the thing is, I've not had a count of people that, give information to the police and they were later good, as in they were later
Identified
the identity
was
reviewed.
Okay.
And outside that, as I said, the world is advancing. We security agencies are also advancing. Now you can even, if you see something, you can call the control room. There is a control room number for each state and for the nation as a whole. So if you see something and you don't want your identity to be reviewed, you can call the control room numbers. You can report via social media. You can, there are so many things you can do.
What about people in the rural areas?
Okay, like those in the rural areas, they have radio stations that can reach them. You understand? And if you feel, actually the police is safe, I can say that 100%. We can give information to the police. So far so good. We don't reveal identity of those that give information to us. But if you feel you are not safe, you can report to your neighbor.
You can even write a letter.
You can even do it in writing. You can do it in writing. Probably you will read the letter or post it, wherever. You can do that.
Thank you, DSP Abiodun.
It's been nice having you on the show today. We really enjoy you and we've learned a lot of things, especially when you see something. Talk about it and also take action. All right, on that note, viewers will leave you to think about that and have it at the back of your mind that police is your friend and they will always be your friend. Don't be afraid to report any criminal incident that you're suspecting to the security personnel. Okay, DSP Abiodun, I want you to give a passing word to the public on the security level in Nigeria.
Well, the advice to the public, to Nigerians as a whole, and Osun State precisely, is our problem starts from when you notice something and you refuse to say something. Let me give an instance. You are a mother, probably, I don't know. If you see your child in school, university, and is using a Lexus 330, what does that tell you? You have a child in school using iPhone 16 Pro Max. What does that tell you? So we see parents that applaud the children for this. It's an achievement.
Yes.
You understand? And that is the root of criminality.
Yes.
That is the root. Some of them are into several things. So whenever you notice such, there are steps to take. There are steps to take. At least you should start by questioning the child. Most parents nowadays cannot question their children. Yes, and it calls for concern. They say charity begins at home. You have to tackle security issue from the house before it becomes a community stuff, before it becomes a state matter, before it becomes a national issue. Thank you very much.
All right, that's a very beautiful one, and we need to be very, very intentional about the security level in Nigeria. Yes, okay. All right, viewers, we've heard it all from DSP Abiodun Ojelabi, and he has advised us that when you see something, talk about it and also take necessary actions. And on that note, we'd love to hear from you. Like, share, and comment on your various social media, and just as you're seeing them sliding on your screen. Thank you for joining us on today's show. We'd love to see you on the same dial next time. Bye-bye.